speaker for today.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me, Delphina. That was a great introduction. I'm so honored to be here, and pressure's on. I'm the fourth speaker. I mean, it's amazing what you guys are doing, and thank you for giving me this platform. So I have some slides for tonight. Is it okay, Delphina, if I go ahead and share them? Perfect.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, I wanted to talk today about social media strategies to build your Herbalife business. Like Delphina said, I'm a current Active World team member, been in the business for 2 years. I am from Scotland, pretty much born and raised there, but my dad was in the military and we moved around a lot. And so I was able to live in Germany, and then I decided to keep on traveling, got over here to America, and I was pursuing my engineering degree at the time, and that's what brought me to the States. And in my past, guys, I struggled with eating disorders. So my story in Herbalife is one of gaining weight and lean muscle mass, and most importantly, working on my mindset. I've always been told Herbalife is a personal development company that happens to have the best nutrition products in the world. And that is certainly true for me. So that's just a little bit about my story. And I've been doing Herbalife full time for those 2 years because my job as an engineer actually ended like the week that I found Herbalife. It was crazy. Sometimes the universe is listening. So just a little bit about myself. And so, yeah, I want to really impress upon you guys how social media is such a smart tool, especially right now in these times that we can really tap into. And we'll do Q&A at the end, of course. So just a few things I wanted to get out of the way. Limiting beliefs that I hear a lot when it comes to social media. You know, don't ever think that you're not good at it. I don't like that phrase about anything. Or that you don't have enough followers, because like anything, this is a skill. It's a skill we get to grow and develop, and it is going to take, my point two is time and consistency. Now, when I started 2 years ago, I was brand new to social media. I had about 40 followers, and today I've built it to over 3,500. So nothing crazy, by the way, like you don't need to have a crazy number of followers, but definitely investing that time and consistency, and it's been exactly how I've built my business, all on social media, closing in on the global expansion team. It's possible to do that. Third point is to view it as a tool that allows us to work smarter and not harder. And I definitely want to linger on this because for some people, you can raise your hand if it like applies to you. But have you ever felt like it's a black hole sometimes that sucks you in? Or maybe you've heard someone in your team say that, where they're like, oh, I just need to take a break from social media. Sometimes that's just you. I like to think of it as a tool, and I'm very strategic. I'll say I'm going to sit down for 30 minutes and I'm going to dedicate that time to DMing 30 people on social media. So it's not one of those, 2 hours went by kind of thing. You can be really intentional and condense your work. And then finally, I heard this at one of our events, but it can be your virtual nutrition club. Think of it like that. And when you show up on social media, you're open for business. People are going to be watching you. Even when you don't think they are. And sometimes they're just waiting to see that day when you drop off or you go silent. So don't give them that, right? You're worth more than that. And so keep showing up on social media, and I'll talk specifics later on in these slides. But using that analogy, it is your storefront. So your feed, I'm going to use Instagram as the main example. That's what I use most. Of course, Facebook, maybe some other platforms are also social media. But you know, your feed, what people immediately see, I definitely recommend it. It was always drummed into me by my mentor. It's your lifestyle. It's not all about the Herbalife products or the Herbalife business. You really got to show people, showcase everything you're all about. If you're a mom, post about being a mom and your kids. You like travel, you know, prior to these times, post your travel and really just show everybody what you've got. They can't connect to a canister of Formula One, front and center. Here's my product. It's plastic. They cannot connect to that. And so definitely showcasing everything you're really passionate about, what defines you. That's what I use social media for. Your bio, and this is the same across all platforms, you get the chance to kind of summarize yourself. So really have that think. I recommend putting time into it. Share it with your sponsor. I definitely sent a lot of drafts to my sponsor, President's team member, Rebecca Louise. I was like, just keep telling me how I can make this a little bit better. How can I rephrase this? It is important because it's like you in a nutshell. So you can be putting a qualification you have in there. Like right now, I tell people I'm a certified personal trainer. I thought that deserved a position there. You know, I told people I'm a business mentor for part-time and full-time income. And I know Delphina has an amazing bio. I read that and I'm like, yes, tell me more. I want to know more about that. And also putting a call to action in your bio is key. right? It's great that you're out there, you're on social media, you're active, but really, what are you calling people to do? People often want a leader. They want to be told where to go. And so mine is to take your free wellness quiz. And I've just dropped that little red triangle. I was told the red is more eye-catching, to somewhere they can take a wellness profile. So that's my call to action. And a final note is just on your picture quality, on how attractive your photos are, how you must be seen in your photos, your face. People are going to connect to you. And one of the main things I've learned in these past 2 years is how effective it is to use Lightroom presets. So that's what's on the next slide here. Lightroom is an app that I use to edit all my photos. And again, on this theme of storefront, I really like to think of it as how we're business professionals. We're building a business. Our Instagram isn't like this whimsical thing. It's serious. And so that's why I like to put that extra effort in. Just like if you had a storefront, you'd be washing the windows, you'd be adjusting the merchandise, you'd be polishing the shelves. That's how I think of it when we present a photo. So I definitely invest that time in editing. That's the logo for the app. It's Lightroom. And a preset for anyone that's brand new to social media, because I would not have had a clue when I first started. A preset is just like a bundle of settings, like the lights, the sharpness, the saturation, the color. It's a preset bundle that you copy and paste on all your photos. So there's an example of a before and after from one of our team retreats. And what it really does is it creates flow. You know, people would look at that. We look a little bit more tanned on the right-hand photo, so I do like it for that. But not only does it create like matching and consistency in your feed, I feel the viewer is a little bit more drawn in. That's just my personal opinion, and it's worked well. It's made the page a little bit more attractive, and it's often prompted a discussion with people who are just willing to ask, like, hey, how come your photos all look really good? Or how did you do that? And that's just a great way to start conversations with people on social. I've had that within Herbalife. So, next up, okay. We have the chance to really let people see behind the curtain. And I love doing this with our Instagram and our Facebook stories. This is probably one of the key things that I think will accelerate your business growth is build, and we can do that really fast by using the stories more than just your feed. So I challenge myself, post 10, 20 times a day on my Instagram or Facebook stories, and I'll post on both platforms. So it is a little bit of a time investment, but it's so worth it. And it's like your own reality TV show. And basically the game is, how can we get your ratings for your TV show really high? How can we get more eyeballs on you and what you're doing and what your message is? That's really going to be key. So like I said, you get to let people see behind the curtain of your life. And something I heard lately that was really useful for me was like, Megan, let's decide 3 key storylines that you're telling. Like, what am I about? I want you guys to think, what could someone say? Oh, this girl, like she is known for this and this and this. I'm going to go to her page because she has great dance workouts, because she's a great chef and I need a good recipe right now, because she's a powerful mom and I need that role model right now. Your 3 key storylines. It's going to help you be more strategic with what content you're putting out there, because it is a lot to say, I'm going to post every day, 10 stories a day. Like, this is the kind of thing that makes it more structured and more like a business rather than just something that's like on the side. And so what I've pictured here is like a more recent addition to Instagram. It's the IGTV feature. And what we really get to use this for is taking the connections to another level. I see on average about 3 times more views on my IGTV than on a regular post. Even if I posted a video, the longer videos, we can go up to 10 minutes on an IGTV video. The longer videos get more views, and that's always great for just positioning you like higher up on Instagram. Instagram might put you in front of more people's faces. You know, they give you more exposure. And so on IGTV, I film a workout. You could do, if you're good with makeup, do a makeup tutorial. The kind of thing where people are gonna actually watch it for longer as well. It's just another element, another layer we get to add on top of our social media presence. And the real emphasis, and my mentor has also like taught me so much in this field, it's like, how much free added value are you giving out, right? I feel it's the Herbalife way. We're givers. We love on people. We support people. And so it's not about like asking, will you come and buy from me? It's more just like, what can I give you? You want a free workout? Let's do it. You want a recipe? I got you. You know, giving. It's all about that content and making it shareable too. And the little thing I added right here is, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get. So I really encourage my team, and I work with people one-on-one to be intentional with their words. You know, if you've posted a great workout video, you got way outside your comfort zone, you did it, it's out in the world, ask people to tag their friends. Be like, tag 5 friends that you dare to do the workout with you. You know, send this to your bestie who you appreciate. Maybe you did a motivational section and you were talking about gratitude, and you say, hey, can you send this to your bestie who you are grateful for? That's how you, again, you're going to start growing your follower base very organically. If it's a cute graphic, if it is a fun workout, people will be able to share that really easy on that platform. So that's another good way to grow. And then just building on that engagement with your followers. We have so many cool features like polls, we have questions, and the simplest of questions could just be like, what do you guys want to see next? You can use the little question feature there on Instagram. That is so simple, and I feel like it was something I just heard recently. And it's for those days when you're struggling for content, that's perfect. Keep putting that out there. Put it out once a week, because you never know who's new to your page, who's just seeing it, and they're like, I like that this person cares about me. They want to know what I want to see next. Plus, it's really great for ideas because people are going to fill that up for you. And also, don't be afraid to tag your clients. Maybe you've done a video, you pouring your tea, whatever it is, tag your clients. Ask them, did you have your tea today? Because they might repost it. They might tag you in their stories. It can really create that obvious online community. People get to see who you're working with, your team, tag your team, and also tag your prospects. Maybe it was someone you DM'd last month. This is a real easy way. Just drop their Instagram handle on a post, and it lets them know that you're still thinking about them. That might be the little thing, the little nugget or nudge they needed to reach out to you and say, you know, oh, hey, I know I said I was going to order your shakes. That's maybe what they need. And back on that theme of how this is a business, responding to DMs. That's going to be key, right? That's your efficiency. When someone DMs you, how fast can you reply to them because your store is open, right? And also reaching out to new people, maybe people who you don't know from, you know, your previous posts, but you see that they're liking your latest posts. So I reach out to all the new people and I thank them and just say thank you, you know, and then I like to drop a question. So we start the conversation going. Thank you for liking my post. What resonated with you? What did you get out of that post? You know, or just, hey, how's your 2020 going? That's a really quick way to start a conversation. Now in the bottom photo here, I just gave you guys an example of using a poll. I don't offer a no option when it comes to things like learn more about my team, or do you want to join an HOM? Do you want to know more about our online challenges? Give them a yes and a tell me more, or a hell yes and a details please. You know, you can get creative with the phrases, but basically by not giving them a no, I've now got permission to reply to anybody that votes on that poll. And it's effective no matter what your follower count is. As long as you're consistent and you get it in place now, when you have more followers, that's a really great way to hone in on the people who are engaging with you. And yes, my final point here, I love it. My mentor explained to me that being present on social media and having a cute feed where you've got your Lightroom presets going, you're posting 10 times a day on your stories, you're engaging with followers, it's all great, but we still have to go out and invite, right? Bring in that new business. You might have people that are going to watch you for years without accepting your call to action or responding to your DM, right? But they're still watching. You got to get those new eyeballs on you. And she explained it to me like when you have a really cute flyer, it's to your fit camp, it's to your nutrition club, it's to something, right? That's going to build your business. It's like you're holding this flyer and you're just walking through a crowded space. You're looking down, you know, you're like, flyers here, I'm doing the deed. But when we actually go out and invite on Instagram and DM new people and sometimes get uncomfortable and start new conversations, it's like having this flyer and stopping someone and saying, hey, excuse me, I'd like to hand this to you. I'd like to invite you to this. So there's that difference between being present on social and like actively using social to build your business. You're stopping someone and you're saying, here's your flyer. And so, you know, how do we do that? Who are we targeting and what exactly are we saying to them? So I wanted to offer you guys some tangible steps on like exactly how I interact with those leads. How do I find the leads? How do I build my business? So step one is like how to find those people that you're going to target. So I follow people who inspire me. That could be, you know, a Gymshark athlete, a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur, someone who I know has lots of followers. They're not inside of Herbalife because people following that person are probably inside of Herbalife already. So who else do I connect with? Maybe it's someone that has a YouTube channel. So I already like know their sense of humor, and I'm betting on the fact that their followers are going to be like-minded people to me because we have this in common. It could be an actor, it could be anybody. So someone who has a big follower base, I use their followers. That's the people who are like-minded to me and who I can connect with. So once you've found this person that you like, or a couple of people, I go to the last post they made, and most likely they are working social media, or someone on their team is working social media. So they're going to be posting daily. They're going to have thousands of likes. It's like a really great potential client list that they've created for you. So you can tap in to their previous photo, like the latest one they posted. Maybe it was posted an hour ago. It's got 1,000 likes. So I click on that, who liked this person's last post. And I identify who I can connect with. Now, some accounts are private. Some accounts are public, and they've got a little ring around the profile. So you know this person's active on Instagram. They're posting on their story. What are they posting? You can like really quickly start to see inside their world, what they're all about, what, you know, who they are as a person. And that's exactly what I do. I start building that relationship. I drop 2 likes and 1 comment, or maybe you guys can say, I'm going to do 1 like and 1 comment, whatever feels right for you. I start building that relationship. I'll watch their stories, and I figured that commenting on their story gets you a faster response than commenting on their feed. So I find that a little bit more effective. That's why I like to really prioritize connecting with people who posted on Instagram that day, their stories actively going. And also, one last note on how we can use Instagram to target in a smart way like this. We're also able to use the location search. You could use a local gym and follow their followers, same principle, right? Get a list of their followers, and you can just start the conversation of like, hey, you know, oh, I miss those Sunday morning yoga sessions. How about you? How's your summer being? Like, just start that authentic conversation going over a common interest. Maybe you're hosting a fit camp and you're socially distancing, doing all the things, and you want to find people in your area. You can search the name of your town, and you can find the latest posts that were made with that like location active on Instagram. Again, you can then just start connecting over the whole, oh, love our town, and like, hey neighbor, something like that. Makes it really simple. And so once you've done that, yeah, like how do you start that conversation? Well, I like to start with a compliment. It's just who I am. I love, you know, giving out love. Again, I feel like that's a big thing in Herbalife. So I'll just be authentic and say, you know, hey, I've used the example here. I said, hey, lovely. I do like to make it personalized. If you know their name, use their name. Like, hey, Sarah, just wanted to say, you know, your stories were on fire. You have so much energy and passion for adventure. I absolutely love it. You know, or maybe you say, thank you. You made my day, right? And they're going to reflect that gratitude to you. So I like to start a conversation that's personalized. It's based on a compliment, and it sets you up for a great conversation versus one of those messages, we've all seen them, that say, hey, join my team. You know, that's not going to lead to a solid relationship in most cases. So my goal for DMing new people is 30 per day. 30 DMs per day is a way I'm going to hold myself accountable. This is how I run my business. I'm running my online store, basically sending out 30 new DMs per day. And it really varies from week to week, month to month, how many respond, how many of them I eventually get on a call with or to a next stage with. But at least I can control what I do. My output is the 30 DMs per day. And what you also want to think about is, you know, asking questions, making it all about them. I found people really love to talk about them, and what our goal is to find their problems, and then we get to present a solution. So you can keep that conversation going for quite some time, like really showing genuine interest in them. How do you feel about that? And, oh, how was that? It looked like you had fun in that last photo there. Like, you have such a great family. How old are your kids? You know, people do really respond when you're genuinely interested in them. And so step 3, where this is all building toward, is a video call. Now, I'm so adamant that it has to be a video call versus voice or anything. I get it. For some of us, it's scary and it's unknown, but that's a really cool thing about social media is that if they are following you, they already know your voice. They already know what you look like. And right now, people are really craving that one-on-one attention, right? That interaction. So a video call is the best way to go. you're really going to solidify your connection. And when I'm asking people for this call, because we've gone back and forth a little bit, there's been some banter, like we're enjoying just chatting with each other, I just straight up say, like, are you free for a 10-minute video call with me today or tomorrow? Because I'd love to hear more about you. Or I'd love to keep talking about this with you. I'm super interested. And so the two things I do here, number one is that I said it's a 10-minute video call, right? So you're eliminating their excuses. If they are a busy mom, if they have a full-time job, like you've just told them it's just 10 minutes, right? Like you can make time for that. Second, I'm acting with urgency. I say today or tomorrow. This isn't like a friendship. Let's grab coffee maybe next week, whenever you feel like it. This is a business. So I'm like, today or tomorrow? When are you free? And the last thing I've noted here, I was thinking about what this really means to me, because it's not super obvious from how I wrote it, but it's really like a lot of us get to that point in the conversation where we're enjoying chatting to someone, but it's that, when do I bring up Herbalife? How do I bring up Herbalife? Like, let's type a 5 in the chat if you've been at that point or you've tried to help your team get through that point. It is a tough moment. I get it. We all feel that lump in the back of our throats. But I always remind myself, like, you've maybe just made their day by having a really nice conversation. They've got a smile, you've got a smile on your face, great. But did I want to just make their day, or did I want to change their life? In bringing up Herbalife and in saying, hey, I like your style and I actually think you'd be a good fit with my team. Like that could be life-changing. So it is awkward to say sometimes, but we just got to do it. If you're passionate about building your business, this really could change someone's life. Certainly changed mine. And so we're hopping on this video call. You know, you've told them it's 10 minutes today, tomorrow, let's make this happen because I really love your energy. The purpose of the video call is to identify. A, are they looking for a product result? Or B, are they looking for a business result? How are we going to do that? It's the same as the method behind the texting back and forth. It's asking lots of questions. We are high-paid problem solvers. So we're looking for exactly what this person is enticed by. You know, that's why we package our story to kind of go through what our results in Herbalife are and maybe a little bit about the business or how good it felt to help your best friend lose weight, so that you've just given them a menu of what's available. And from that, I just ask people, like, what did you hear? What did you like about my story? And if they say, oh, the fact that you had a weight loss result, perfect. They want a product result. And if they say, that's so cool that you made an extra $100 last month, boom, they want the business result. So if it's product result, they order their program and I want to enter them into our 21-day online body transformation challenge. I'll talk about that in a second. That's how my team works. That's how we've really built. And it's because we're a worldwide team, like myself, my mentor, we're from the UK. So we were very quick to just expand our business outside of the US. And we found that these online challenges were great because then everybody can still plug into them. And if it's option B, they want a business result, it's pretty similar. Sign up as a preferred member, order their products, we upgrade them to a coach, and they also enter the 21-day challenge. It's not even that different an outcome, but either way, they get started on products. And so the challenge, and I know every team in Herbalife is different, you know, stick with your mentor and what they're doing, what you guys are utilizing as a team, but we use the 21-day challenge model. We help people get the same results through these online challenges. They get exposure to the business opportunity. We put them in a Facebook group, an exclusive Facebook group. We start it up and then 21 days later, we close it down. We get a new one going. So it's brand new material every single time. And they also get live Facebook Lives in there. Great way to train your downline to get comfortable in front of the camera, right? When you're telling people post on your stories, sometimes people just don't want to get that selfie video going. But if they have to show up live to do a live as a coach on your Facebook challenge group, that's a great way to start, like building those skills. And what the challenges do is they build loyal clients. They build a distributor base also. What we've started doing, it's really effective, is we always announce winners and give away cash prizes like you guys can see there. We put it on a cute flyer. But when we announce the winners, we add that into our weekly HOM. So we tell all the clients that were in the challenge, guys, if you want to know who won, if you won, and if you got your prize money, we're going to plug you into this call. It's 20 minutes. We do the HOM, and then we announce the challenge winners. So everybody gets exposed to the business opportunity. That's been a really great addition we've made, an upgrade. And basically, the last slide I have after this one is I want to emphasize having a cute graphic like this, having something that is shareable, that will look good on your social media. It's key. Because this was my girl, Jess, in the UK. She won first place a couple of months ago. give it up for Jess. And I was able to share this graphic with her and say, hey, look how good you look. Like, can you think of anyone that would like to see that? You should post that on your social media. So she's not doing the business, but because of how this has her cash prize money, it has her great results. We got the disclaimer on there. It's got everything I would want her network of people to see. And when she's posting it for me, she knows she's just going to send everyone who's interested my way. I say, tag me and put that on Instagram. And it gives them all the details. And also, you can create those cute promo graphics that you can immediately just give to your team, give to your new distributors. We have the same graphics across all of our team, and it makes it so easy to duplicate. It looks great on social media, and we get to tell them what and how to post. Now, I recommend if it's going on your feed, you might as well have the first thing being you talking about the challenge. People can read, but they can't feel your excitement. So if you film yourself talking about the challenge and then you say swipe for more info, people will engage so much better with that versus just posting that flyer on your social media. It's going to make them stop and listen to you and then swipe. And that's also good for like building up your visibility on Instagram. And what we do is we also make, you know how these are squares, so they'll fit nicely on your feed and you can see all the text. The worst thing is when you post something and it's like cropped a little bit and you're missing half the words, doesn't look great. So we'll do that, but we'll do one that's appropriate for your stories. So it's a little bit longer and it takes up the full page on your story. It just looks better sometimes than when you have this little box on your Instagram or Facebook stories. And definitely that's something I would say it's more helpful to do that when everyone's on the same page and the whole team is using all the same graphics. And by the way, we delegated to 3 people who had great skills because I'm not one of them. So I was like, great, you, and you, if you guys collaborate, give those cute graphics every month, that would be amazing. And everyone has access to it. It's teamwork, right? And so that's how we're constantly creating new content. We're working closely as a team and making sure it's eye-catching and people on our Instagrams and Facebooks, they're not getting bored of us because we're repackaging it every single time. And with that said, thank you. I feel like we covered a lot there. I know we've got time left. So does anyone have any questions?
Let me, share, there you go. So it's just you. So does anybody have any question, guys? We have plenty of time.
I do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hear me? Okay, perfect. So I have a question. So how we, sorry, I'm at dinner, so it's like dark, but I don't care. I'm allowed to talk. So my question is how we have a niche in our bio. Do you recommend having a niche in what products you talk about? Like what you're on versus like, for example, not just say, oh, Herbalife, you know, or weight loss plan, but we also have shampoo, and then we have a body wash, and then we have face wash. Or what do you recommend in that? Like talking about everything or like baby steps until you feel comfortable enough to talk about everything?
That's a great question. Thanks, Crystal. Yeah, I love that you joined from dinner, by the way. That's awesome. Always showing up. That's great. So I think the more diverse your portrayal of the product is, the better. We like to challenge even our brand new distributors. We challenge them. What other product could you talk about this week other than your Shake Aloe tea? And immediately it just plants those seeds of like not being afraid to try new products every single month. And I guess it just comes down to the fact that anyone can do this business. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to know the ingredient list and what all of these things mean. Like, that's what we have our amazing doctors and scientists for. So yes, you can be putting info out there that says like, ask me a question about this product. That's a great learning experience for you because your followers might have questions you never even thought about. And immediately, if you don't know the answer, go find it on myherbalife.com. Or just, ask your upline, plug into your team group chat. Hey, someone asked me if you can have Prolesa Duo whilst pregnant. Can you? I don't know. I've done that. And then someone who has more knowledge than me and has been in the business longer, she tells me, no, they can't. And I'm like, cool, thanks for letting me know that. Now I learned something and I can feed that back to my followers. So I would say don't be afraid of that lack of knowledge. Don't let that hold you back. And definitely, keep it interesting so that your people are getting exposed to the fact that we have shampoo and we have a face mask. Like that can be a whole different flow and direction you take your stories. It could be your bedtime routine. Like, let me talk you through the herbal aloe and the facial scrub. I light a candle for gratitude. Like, that's a really good thing to do on your Instagram. Does that help?
Thank you.
Megan, I have someone on the chat, okay, so the question is, are we able to do giveaways, raffles, and products? Which we know the answer is yes. So, but would you now elaborate a little bit if you do use giveaways, raffles, and things like that on social media?
Yeah, I guess that does depend on like your follower base. If it's worldwide, now maybe you need this extra complication of like, do we ship to that country? Say you were giving away a non-Herbalife product, which I personally have not done, but if that was something you were gonna do, like a cute gym top or a branded t-shirt, say it was a branded Herbalife t-shirt, I think if you're really growing your follower base and you are in higher numbers of followers, that becomes a little bit tricky and not duplicatable, if that makes sense. Because then you gotta think of, oh, this person was in Spain and they won this giveaway, now I gotta figure out how to ship the t-shirt to them. So it's not something I've invested much time in. I know it's effective and people do love giveaways. You could always do it. It could be like a trial pack with a water bottle. And so you could just put in with a little asterisk, USA only. I suppose that would make it easier for yourself. But I guess it's just being as specific as possible, like you're only going to do it to the first 2 people to respond to this post or something. And that gives people that time limit, that little bit of a frenzy to reply. You don't want to have like lots of people qualify for this giveaway because social media can be like super broad. So I'm just thinking of a way you could like protect yourself in that case. But it's not really something I've done. And I've always said, I don't like to do discounts on our products. If they want a discount, they can become a preferred member. And when I first started, I was doing discounts, but it's something I haven't done since the early days. I don't recommend that.
So awesome. Okay, would you suggest to have your IG account public or private?
Ooh, yeah, so I would recommend public. I guess if there's anything standing in between, it just comes down to that conversation of like exactly why would that hold you back from making it public. For some people, it's, you know, having their kids' faces up there. And like I've used as an example, I don't have kids myself, but I know it's powerful for someone to prove you can raise children and you can become financially independent through this business opportunity. You can bring the kids on Zoom with you. Like I love that about Herbalife. And so it is a point I think about because I work with moms in my downline. And I think it's valuable to show your kids, you know. For some people, I've seen that it's a conflict with work, and that is a tricky conversation to have. Now, one thing I would say is don't create a separate account. If you can avoid that, please avoid that, because it's Herbalife, not Herbabusiness. Again, we don't need to just have Herbalife all over our page. It's just our lifestyle, right? If you have a photo of you with a tea that's all made up and it's cute and you call it your fat burning tea, that's way more effective than just having your Herbalife products. And so, yeah, if there's any way where you can just have one account, make it public so everyone can see, that's the best scenario. And only if there was that conflict of interest with your work and it's very obvious this is a business you're growing online, maybe in that case you need a separate account with a different name.
So good. Anyone else? So good stuff, girls.
Yeah, these are great questions. Keep them coming. And also just to piggyback off that, sorry, I think it was at a team retreat that I was on last year, someone pointed out to me that my account wasn't a business account. And what that allowed me to do was tap into like the actual numbers. You can see like how many more people viewed your page, how many impressions you made. Like, oh, I love statistics. I love numbers. I'm a numbers gal. And it's really good for your business. So that's another one where you don't want to be like, oh, I'm not good at numbers. Like, you'll get good, just get used to them. And so having more data behind your Instagram is how you run a business. It's basically your marketing campaign. It's your TV show. So I like having a business account on Instagram that is public. And then I get to see how many new people visited my page and all those good things.
So I have a question for you, Megan. That was great, by the way. So you have been like on a mission with a huge vision, not only to make an incredible impact, but also at the same time, the best thing about this, right, that we're doing that. And then we're also reaching our business levels. So with you, you're solely doing this on social media. What has been your learnings, or what can you share with us about how to massively produce, how to make a bigger impact? Do I make sense?
You cut out a bit at the end there. Sorry, Delphina. What did you say?
How to make, well, so for you, right, you're like, okay, so say, you know, 1 month you're like, I'm gonna make 20,000 volume points this month. I'm gonna have 20 new PM sign up. I'm gonna have 3 new distributors. Like, and it's all through social media. And I know you've been doing this, you know, all this year. So what would be, what has been your learnings, or what would be some tips for us to take away?
Yes, love that. Yeah, so once you've set those goals, it's like, how does your presence on social media reflect that? If you said you want 3 new distributors, you got to decide, like, how often am I going to post about the business? How often will that be my call to action? And that's what I love. I'm mostly looking for new team members. I love people that take the product seriously, and they're going to show up on trainings, and we're going to build a great relationship. And I love that I can help them make money. So that's a big focus for me. My posts are often motivational, and the call to action is like, take control of your life, take control of your financial freedom. And that's how I can then up my recruitment numbers. And obviously it's going to up your product purchase at the same time. But it's then also like, what percentage of my stories are focused on this thing? Am I going to focus solely on weight loss so that I can attract all these people that are looking for weight loss? It depends on the time of year, but we're coming up to Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. So like, the majority of people are going to put on a few pounds and want to lose them. So there we have it. Let's just target weight loss and make it very specific. I know that wasn't my story. My story was about gaining weight, but I have lots of people on my team and lots of my clients to now use as examples. And if you're brand new and you don't have clients, use your team. Find those photos that are really going to hit people when they need it most by putting them out there all over your social media. And people do make the stories. So I would be sharing that. And it really is just like, how do your goals translate? So if you wanted to hit higher goals and make more money this month, then you might need to be more active on social media. If you did 10 posts, let's do 20. If you did 1 post a week about your HOM, let's do 3 posts a week about your HOM and start ramping up that recruitment. It's being intentional with those things.
I mentioned to you that we're starting a recruitment campaign. And so what would be that, and it's in alignment with what you just shared. So our focus is to do it through social media. Now, obviously also to talk to people everywhere, right? That's the whole point, because that's what's so awesome about this, that everywhere we go, we can take our business. So what would be, if someone has a goal of 5 new business partners this week, what would you be, for the first time, they've never done this, what would you tell them? Like, what would you tell them? Is like, I'm gonna get 5 new distributors this month. They never done it before. What would be something you would tell them?
Yeah, I love that. So I definitely say use your upline is the #1 thing. Like, it's easy to say that goal. It might be hard to execute it because you go out there and you get rejected. That's what happened with me. First person I asked, they said no. Second person I asked, they said no. So when I would declare your goal to your upline, so that now they're going to hold you more accountable. And also when you get that yes, you get to immediately introduce them to your upline. This is what I always say to my team is like, if this is your first business presentation, let me show you how it's done. And I want to bring you in, like if they have a question and I think you can answer it, I'm going to obviously allow you to grow into your leadership role. But if you're brand new and you're terrified, but you have big goals, like don't let them just be a dream. How are we going to make them reality? You're going to let me show you how I do it. And then we'll maybe do it one more time like that. And then I'll watch as you do it. And then I'll watch you do it again. And I'll give you feedback at every point. And then we release you and you go and do it by yourself. And you're giving out these HOMs, these opportunity meeting presentations with a lot more confidence because you basically rehearsed it with your upline. And that said, I think 3-way video calls, they're so much fun, especially once you've been on as many video calls as I have at this point. I feel like I'm just so comfortable. Everybody else might be a little bit nervous. The first time distributor, this person we found on Instagram, everyone's like, what is this? But I'm just like, what's up, everybody? Like, I've grown that confidence with time. And so again, if you're lacking that right now, just use your upline. That's what they're there for. and doing the 3-way HOM. I rehearse with my team as well. If we have slides that I'm going to bring up, I'll say, I'll do these ones and you do those ones. Let's rehearse it, just you and I, and then let's bring on your potential client that you found on Instagram and we'll do the HOM. On Zoom, in that case, if we can do a 3-way call on Instagram because that's where you've been talking, even better. You know, less of an excuse about the whole, I don't know what Zoom is, what's the ID, what's the password. Just keep it simple. And if you want to just introduce them to your upline, just do it on the platform you've been talking on. Get a 3-way call on Instagram.
I love that you mentioned that, Megan, because we don't, I know my team doesn't do that. So, for example, it's like take them off and do a Zoom real quick. And yes, 3-way, bring your sponsor, your upline on the 3-way, but I've never done the like do it through the platform you're on. Would you like to share a little bit more on that? Because I mean, that you're right. You know, it's faster.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because also, you know, sometimes I like to keep, and my team, we work this way. We work on Telegram. That's always how you can like communicate fastest one-on-one and as a group and as a team of coaches. We have our client group chats on Telegram too. But sometimes I'll get a DM from one of my team on Instagram saying, hey, this person just asked me on Instagram about this. So now I know everybody's on Instagram. Let's just do a group chat here with the 3 of us or the 4 of us. And let's turn it into a video call because I'm all about the video calls. It also means you've now got this person's social media info. You've got their page and now you can start liking their posts. Like as a leader, you got to take it upon yourself that yes, you have a distributor and it's their client, it's not your client, but we can still show up and encourage that person, introduce ourselves, support them. It's going to make our distributor feel really supported too when they see that exactly how they're coaching, you are coaching their client. So it is good to get that extra info on them just by keeping it on social media. And now you see your second line basically.
So perfect. That's so good. I love that tip. Thank you. So thank you so much, Megan. I know you have lots to do, so we are so grateful for you, and we're so excited for you to continue watching you grow and to continue reaching your own personal goals because, girl, you show up as a leader, as a press team member, in my opinion. So thank you so much. And I know all of us here on this call have taken a lot of notes and are ready to implement. We're all excited, I tell you, for the next 2 weeks. So Side Hustle School, just so you know, is it's a training that we conduct for our distributors, and the goal is to get them to supervisor within the 4-week period. And it has been very successful. We're super excited. So this is the 4th week. It's our final week. Then we have a 2-week break, guys. And actually, I'm going to share with you as I sharing with Megan or how we do this. Then we take a 2 break.
We can't see you, Delfina, just to let you know, we cannot see you.
I'm going to share my screen. So you're seeing Megan, right?
Yeah, we can only see Megan.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and this is what I wanted to share with you, the agenda here. So let me move this over. Okay. So I would write this down, guys. We're going to be talking about it on our chats, but for now, since I'm bringing it up. So next week, we're going to have a Boost Your Sales with the star of the show. Can anyone type on the chat, who is the star of the show? I know Megan knows. I know a lot of you know. So the products, Bobby. Fabi, yes, you should know, Fabi. Thank you, Fabi. But I was hoping our newbies, our babies would answer this. But thank you, Fabi. You're always so ready. You're so present and taking participation all the time. I appreciate you. So yes, the products, guys, are the star of the show. So what we're going to have next Wednesday is a product training. Then we go on the 21st, we do a pre-launch to what is Side Hustle School. So all the tips we just learned from Megan, we need to apply it because technically we have 2 weeks to go on social media and really, as Megan shared, on your feet, talk about the business opportunity, talk about what it is to have residual income or a side hustle, what it is to have extra money, guys, for Christmas. especially right now with people being unemployed, with people maybe not having unemployment during Christmas time. These are the conversations we should be having. And so we have 2 weeks to do that. And then the first week of Side Hustle School will be the 28th. Milo, can you go over there, please? Thank you. So that is the agenda, and really, really excited because something that Megan said is really, it's if your goal is to recruit 3 distributors, 5 distributors, it's talk more about it. What are you sharing on your story? So I know this is all new to us, right? Because we typically go out there to get 3-day trials out, to get new challengers out. So we're so good at blasting before and after pictures. We're so good on our story, sharing, all these before and after pictures, sharing our products, talking about the flyer of the 21-day challenge, going face to camera, talking about the challenges. We do this every single day, 2 weeks prior to the 21-day challenge. So you guys get it? That's exactly how we need to show up for our recruitment campaign, for the next round of Side Hustle. You guys have been using this amazing training to be successful on social media. Now it's time to duplicate yourself. So take all these notes that Megan shared with you and apply them like right now as soon as you get off. And one thing that you need to do that I would recommend for you to do, first of all, is go on your story and just really talk about what you learned from Megan. Tag Megan. She's a very successful network marketer or a wellness entrepreneur. And I've just learned all the tools that we need to succeed. Who is ready to build this side hustle? Start those conversations right now. So take a pic of what's going on right now and start planting seeds and end with the poll. So I'm gonna end with this. We have a couple of more minutes. I really want to highlight, we have 2 people tonight that we wanna highlight. One, we wanna highlight Jessica, who is a preferred member, has been so committed and on her journey, getting amazing results. Now, I don't want to take the time to highlight her. I would rather have her coach take my spot and really highlight Jessica, because at the end of the day, her coach is the one working hand in hand, really leading the way for Jessica. So Natasha, tell us more.
Hello, everybody. For those that don't know me, I'm Natasha. And let me tell you guys, Jessica came to me and was just looking to continue on her journey and really just figure out why she was at a plateau. And we just started small, literally just started small, started introducing little things here and there. But you guys, she is a full-time worker. She is a mama and she is a grandma. And she has just been so consistent the last about 5-6 months, you guys. And let me tell you, like, even when she doesn't want to get up and work out, she's out there working out. She's getting the nutrition in. And the best thing is she's feeling amazing, you guys. And she told me, like, I feel healthier and I feel so, so good. She is down, and I couldn't even keep up the numbers, you guys. I was like, oh, you're down 22 pounds. No, she is down 29 pounds. It's always changing. I'm like, oh man, I got to catch up. I got to catch up. And tons of inches, like you can see in the before and after. And so I would love to just have her share with you guys a little bit about her journey.
Jessica, where are you? We're excited to hear from you. There she is. I see her. Can you hear us, Jessica? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, share with us. Tell us all you got, girl.
So, yeah, I hit a plateau and I was kind of struggling, and I hit a plateau at like a heavyweight. And then I just started getting introduced to products. Tasha has been so great, encouraging me along the way. 29 pounds down and two sizes in my pants and my shirts. I'm now wearing a large. I used to wear a 3X. And yeah, I'm just super excited, tons of energy. I'm able to do things that I never thought I was going to be able to do before. It's just, Herbalife is like my routine now. It's just, that's what I do. So I love it. It's been great, and I'm super excited, and I'm still going. I'm not done. I have 20 more pounds that I want to lose, and so yeah, I'm pushing through it. I'm pushing through it as much as I can.
Jessica, what has been your greatest learning through this journey?
Just being consistent, realizing that it's not just, it's more of a lifestyle. It's a change within. Taking the bad days with the good days. I think that has really been huge for me. And then just as far as like the community, my coach has just been awesome. It's like she always knows when to reach out to me, like, hey, how you feeling? It's like always the perfect timing. And I'm like, every time I'm like, oh, I was having a hard time, but now you're here. So building that community to just have people support you has been what's really helped me out.
That's so beautiful. And what I'm hearing is, as you speak, is like, oh, Natasha is building an amazing coach just because your journey, right? Someone needs to hear. So I am sure as you're talking about that community, how many women do you know that need the community you already have? How many women do you know that need a coach the way you have, Natasha? Which you are already that, because Natasha has led the way for you on how to do it. And now it's a domino effect, right? How can you show up for also other women as you're filling your cup and as you're feeling more confident, more energetic and happier? How can you pass the baton to other women? So I'm just planting the seed, if Natasha hasn't yet, to be a part of Side Hustle School, because you heard all of today, right?
Yeah.
How Megan and so many women are not only feeling amazing, getting healthier, feeling happier and younger, and at the same time building a side hustle. So just throwing it out there, Jessica. And congratulations, amazing job. We're so proud of you. We're so excited to see you. You know, your transformation just keep on progressing. We're so pumped. So thank you, Jessica, for sharing. Natasha, who else do you want to highlight?
I would like to highlight my girl, Deanna. She had just hit supervisor, you guys. This is her second round of Side Hustle. I think she caught the last end of the last one. And she, with the help from Side Hustle and plugging into these calls and learning from everybody and being so eager to learn, right? And just implementing everything she's learning, so simple. She's a mommy of 3, you guys. She is a single mommy of 3, actually. So, and you know, with distant learning, no excuses. She's doing it. She's doing the deal. She's on these power hours every single day, you guys. And that's how she made it to supervisor. So I'm super excited, and we want to hear from you, Deanna.
Hi. Sorry, I was.
Hi, there you are, Deanna. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I am shocked and surprised and proud of myself. I used to never have time to do anything, and so I think with Side Hustle, I actually was able to challenge myself, and I knew deep down I had it in me, but there was never somebody to support and push. And so with Side Hustle, it was and the community was just you got this, you can do this, and I just went all in.
What does supervisor mean to you, outside of the meaning of supervisor, but what does it mean to your heart?
More income and more things to do with the girls and
play.
Homework. Play.
So have you been writing things down? Have you been writing, 1, how many customers do you have? And 2, how much money you made last month?
I write it down, but I don't have it in front of me right now.
It's okay. Do you have on top of them your mind an idea?
I have 4 PMs, and then I have, I don't know how many retail customers. But I'm gonna be transitioning a couple of retails next month to PMs because this is like the second month of retail. And so I'll be doing that next month when they get their next check. But I don't know. I don't live off of cash aid or unemployment or family leave or anything like that. So this is my only income. I don't get child support. I don't get nothing. So like this is a
So
lot.
proud of you, Deanna. Bring it up, girl. Representing for all the single moms out there, showing what's possible. Girl, I am so excited for you. I'm so excited for what's coming. You just literally more mommies like you. And it's our responsibility to share, guys, to really, really share their opportunity. You see just what happened right now. Natasha was courageous enough to share the business opportunity with Deanna, a single mom of 3, who now get to make some money and not having to have, ask for assistance. And by the way, assistance is great. That's what it's there for. But the fact that she's like, no, I'm doing it, I'm building my business, and the fact that Christmas is going to be a good Christmas this year for her, and Natasha, share the opportunity with more single moms, with families. We can be the change they need in their lives. So I leave you with that right now. You don't have to check on social media. Write 100 people you know that needs a better Christmas. 100 people. And if you run out of names, then check social media. And this is the list we're going to go off of to be able to reach out and share the business opportunity. At the end of the day, guys, what's a no? Nothing. Because that yes, then we hear a story like Deanna's, you're going to be like, yes, all the 99 no's were so worth it for that one yes. So I am so excited for you. Thank you for joining Side Hustle, and congratulations to all of you that reached your next level. And if you didn't reach supervisor yet in Side Hustle, no worries, we got you. If you continue showing up, if you continue doing the work just like Deanna, you will get there too, and you would reach higher levels, and you will create the income that you are wanting to achieve. Once more, guys, please open up your lines and say thank you so much for Megan and her team for bringing on the energy, for showing up and giving us all your heart. Megan, always thank you for showing up your best self. Love you.
Thank you, Megan.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was
Thank you,
awesome. Thank you.
Megan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.